What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, boys and girls? It is that day, that time. It's Friday, y'all. It's time for some Falcons Friday afternoon madness. It is I, your host, OG Big Sam, aka Teflon OG, aka Mr. Y, with my guy, my homie, my security, the franchise.
I know your ass did not just do that. So, so the security needs security. Ain't that some goddamn shit?
Hey,
Man, I ain't fucking with you.
oh man, we gonna you should see it's a pretty good day. It's a pretty good day. Hey man, you know, just fresh off the board opening thoughts, man. I'm calling it TKO, second round knockout. Well, yeah, second round knockout. Yeah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Our guy, our Hall of Famer, our best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Always prime. Is in color Dion, neon. Listen to him. You cannot compare moments to a monument. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop, bro. That little debate, that little conversation is over. It is over, man. It
Done.
is over. That is over with. The cornerback god spoke and it hurt. That's some no Vaseline ether type shit. Not like us type shit. I mean, look into the camera. You can't compare moments to a monument. Mic drop. It's classic. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Classic. It ain't no comeback. It ain't no but no, it ain't period. Point blank.
Uh-uh.
Point blank. That was classic ether in response to you don't want it with whole. Yeah. Really? Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. It's a Sante Samuel time.
Yo, that don't even have a ring. That don't even have a ring. That don't even have a ring to it. A classic catch. You know, that's not even a cliche, man. It's not.
That's
It's
that's
not.
dis- that's disrespect on 1,000. That's all that is. That's
I mean,
disrespect on a
and
thousand.
you can't. You might well slide your ass on over there in that corner next to Tony Romo, okay? Cause
Just,
you
just the
done you
bump
done
back.
been you done been grabbed by the ear, pulled to the kitchen, and pimp slapped like your grandmama done pulled the goddamn switch off the damn tree.
Pretty much.
It ain't there is no combat. And I don't care if you know what I'm saying, trying to do clicks to promote your little podcast, whatever company. Well, just don't say nothing else about that man or to that man.
Yeah, that got a lot of leave alone to it.
Cause I mean, classic diss. Not only was it facts, I mean, but it was just the analogy itself. Moments to a monument. Okay.
Here's the deal. Don't ruin your otherwise nice career trying to go up against the great.
That that part.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Right. Just stop
I
while
mean,
you are here, bro.
you know, is the Sante in the Hall of Fame?
Not even close. No.
Nope. Nope.
No, he's not.
Not at all.
Okay, okay.
He ain't even got
That
one
makes
foot in the dough.
that makes it even worse. You know, with where I'm finna go with it. I mean, because you know, there are some guys that are defensive backs and cornerbacks. I'm just gonna call it defensive backs. You know, that can't you know in the Hall of Fame that can't walk into certain rooms that Prime can go into.
How about
See.
this? Let's put this into perspective, Sam. You don't see
Hmm.
Prime out here trying to compete and compare himself with Jerry Rice, even though that's
I
a
mean,
different position. You
that's
he gives the man
that film right there in itself. I mean, explains itself. Two Hall of Fame juggernauts battling it out.
yeah, man. Rice gave me he's honest with that. He lets you know who has given him a run for his money.
Hmm.
But Asante said, "Don't do that. Don't do that to
And
yourself."
look, there are no quarterbacks. There are no receivers. There are no, you know what I'm saying, defensive peers that are saying, and Sante was different. When you talk about shutdown, there's only one man that you could talk about when you have the shutdown corner conversation. One,
Yep, yep.
one.
Oh no,
Because
man.
that now look as great as that 2009 season was that Reeves had, it still doesn't put him on Prime's block. And we all know. I mean, when you have a nickname and live up to it, Reeves Island. Okay, you doing some things. All right.
Right.
That's about it. Reeves is the one that came about as close it came to being able to say who was a short down corner outside of Dion.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I think everybody can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
You know, I mean, it just it's over with. Give him the belt in all the weight classes. I'm just saying, it's look, he's the GOAT cornerback. Fuck.
Anytime you impact the game of football to the degree where they have to change stuff up because of you, that's when
Hmm.
that's when you know you have arrived. If you are the one that has benefited from that change, you're not it. You have a good career. You did what you did, but you're not it. This man
No
changed the game at that position.
no other cornerback shut down the whole side of a field. No other.
What's going on, sir?
What's up, Mucho?
What's happening,
What number,
Mucho?
Joe?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, and then on top of that, I mean, they had Dion made teams that he play on find him a way to find a way to get him the ball. Was it
Yep.
with punter kick returns or having two or three plays dialed up for him on offense? Okay, Prime was the you okay. You want to talk about impact players, game changers, all of the above, all of the above.
To include, he was giving baseball players fits. Anytime you got the great Bo Jackson saying, "Yeah, that dude right there made me up my game." As great as he was, you got Deion Sanders making him up his game. What we talking about?
It's just it is it's over. Wait a minute. Let me get to him. Nail, coffin, dirt.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here
Hey,
today to talk about this topic that just got put to rest.
body bag. That's all I'm gonna say.
He was a good little cornerback. He was good. I
I
mean,
tell you,
you do a disservice to yourself. Now you make people come in and put your numbers and accolades and moments up under a microscope because you did it. Wait a minute, you did it to yourself. Okay, you know,
There you go, one.
you know. You did it to yourself. Cause see now we got to pick you apart to help you understand. You are not on time with prime time. You
nope,
are not even from the same planet, let alone city, state, county.
zip code.
You know, it just area code. You're not, bro, and it's
Are you
crazy
talking about the
because
sensation?
he was a
Yeah,
good corner. He was a good corner, and he did things. He played well, but you just like, am I saying something for you? You just weren't prime, man. You just weren't prime.
I, I, I would have never fixed my lips to even come out my mouth to say no stuff like that. There's very few people in the NFL that have changed the game completely. You leave them people alone.
Man, man, look. It just it you know I mean, it's like Brian said, you had moments, bro. You had moments, but I was a monument. There was a 90% chance every time Prime got his hand on the ball, it was going to the house. No matter what phase of the game it was, whether it was offense, special teams, or defense.
And,
He
and,
can't
and,
say that about you.
hey, Sam, but that's a rarity in itself. How many quarterbacks you know in the league? They got to find positions for him to get the ball. They don't do that now. They not unless your coach just got you in that position. They don't do that now. If you a
No,
quarterback, you a quarterback. You not getting the ball on offense. That's not happening. No, they don't do
I
that.
mean, you go I mean, just going to the finishing. I mean, there are Hall of Fame quarterbacks that was Dan Marino said this. I lasted 5 more years than I was supposed to because I wasn't throwing at that guy, bruh. Wasn't no quarterbacks afraid of Asante Samuel.
Nope,
Nobody.
not a drop.
That's why you had all them chances to make them 51 interceptions. No quarterbacks were afraid of you, dude. And then okay, let's switch it up. All right, the prime was going at it with Hall of Fame receivers who had Hall of Fame quarterbacks throwing to them.
Joe Montana, Jerry Rice.
Jim Kelly, Andre Reed,
Yep,
Dan Marino, Mark Kluper, Clayton,
there you
Joe,
go.
Troy Aikman and
Michael Irvin,
Michael
Yeah,
Irvin.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
shit, Brett Favre, Antonio Freeman.
Brett Favre. Yeah.
I
yeah,
mean, come on, bro. The
yeah.
list goes on.
Come on, yeah, bro. Uh, you
and I'm
you
and
had Hall of Famers. You had Hall of Famers making executive decisions.
yep.
Who did you have? That's
What,
I mean,
there were no quarterbacks that were afraid of Asante Samuel.
I mean, because let's put it in put it in perspective. I mean, you got cornerbacks out here right now that quarterbacks won't throw to their side. We we got one on our team in AJ Terrell. They a lot of times they won't throw to his side either, except for certain teams and certain games, and he gets penalized if they throw to his side. Just saying. But we talk about a man. We talking about a man that could literally. This man literally did the Julio Jones before Julio Jones. This man could literally snatch the ball out from the hands of another player over the top of their head and take it home. Y'all forgot them highlights? Prime was reaching over players and taking the ball from it. Name me one cornerback right now in the league right now that's just dominating people like that. Single handedly. Not with a safety underneath, single handedly. I'll wait.
It ain't. Shut down corners don't exist no more.
nah.
Ain't nobody out
Especially
there
with the rules.
cutting off a whole side of a field. It ain't. Ain't no corners out there getting back on punt return and they kicking the ball out of bounds because they don't want to put your hands on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
No, man. Okay, all right, all right. Him dead. Real quick, I'm gonna say hello to everybody in here. Georgia, Texas boy, what's happening? Hey, Sonya, Bernard, with the girl, her.
Here we go, Bernard.
Go, the ghost pepper. Larry was at it. Oh man. Hey. Hey. Um we're gonna go on and get to this second one. We're gonna jump right here. And get it there.
Hey,
Flacco. Flacco signing got Kirk still in the NFL dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And this was after you spent the whole week up there in Ohio. And then you don't end up with the mood, the deal, or whatever. The question right here is, what is the look? What is the optics? Um, what is the impact? What is the effect of Joe Flacco getting signed, and there's no movement, situations popping up in a hurry for one Kirk Cousins. And let Mucho start off.
Um, uh, I kind of feel like you may feel like is his time running out? Um, but there is still a lot of time, to get him to another team. We got even after the draft, teams still may want him, man, and, and stuff like that. Cleveland Browns isn't the only team that I think that would be interested in trying to see what Kirk could bring to him. I I give it maybe about two other teams, 2, 3 maybe. Yeah.
Well,
I think yeah, he still I don't think he wanna be a um backup quarterback, but he's getting the coin on, he's getting the money on, just keep chilling. I mean, I don't know.
Well, D Sloan, what's happening? Uh, shit. You know, the situation is looking a little greasy, a little gravy.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Juan, what you got?
Well, I put out my short. I'm gonna say it like this. Number one, I'm not worried about where he's gonna go. He's gonna go somewhere. I
As
told
long as
y'all
he
in there, stay tuned. What y'all got to look at is this: people are more concerned about him being here because of the money. Let me let you know something. That money that the Falcons would have to pay is chump change. That's not gonna break anything. Okay, calm down, calm yourself. What Terry is going to do, and what I've been saying the whole off season is, you think Terry Fontenot about to let this man get out of here without somebody being finessed? Oh no, 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 no. He working on it. They just got to see what team is going to bite. Now, I did read. Right now, I'm calling it a rumor because I haven't confirmed any of it to be true. But so far I heard rumbles about Arthur Smith in Pittsburgh, and I heard a couple other teams. But what you got to look at is this: quarterbacks now, especially veteran quarterbacks, whether it be Kirk Cousins or whomever, they're in short supply, high demand. Because a lot of these quarterbacks coming out in these draft classes ain't worth shit. They're not. And you got some teams out here that's taking their time, but okay, Cleveland got one. Joe Flacco. Okay. Kirk Cousins will be gone. Might not be gone now. It might be post draft. We don't know. But trust
Mm.
and believe, he gonna be gone. I don't foresee him being on this team by the time the season starts. I don't. Because one thing you gotta understand, that's bad for the locker room. Listen to me closely. For y'all that been living under a rock, he's not here for the team. He's here for the money. And he's going to go to whomever's got the biggest bag. So all that nice guy, good guy stuff, that went out the window when he started running his mouth. He's not here for the team. He's here for the money. Lack thereof.
Well, whether it be us or whoever he gets traded to, that's who's gonna be paying the rest of this 27 because he's gotten 63 of the 90 million.
Yeah,
Okay, he's gotten 63 of that 90 million. So all of what you all were trying to make it out to be that was a reason why our money was in short. No, our money is in short supply because there were some deals and extensions that kicked in on last year as well. Okay,
yeah,
so if you were doing your homework, which a lot of you don't do, um, you would know that.
right.
Ghost Pepper says Kurt was warned and told all off season that the longer he waits, the worse it could get. Kirk's the one that set the post draft parameter, or at least pet post first round parameter.
He did.
True,
Yeah,
true,
He did that.
he did
that's
it to
true.
himself.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and Mike spoke on this. He has a pattern and a habit of doing this. He did it in Minnesota. He did it in Washington. Y'all ain't learned by now. Y'all
I'm
ain't learned.
sympathizing.
This man pretty much pouts, and then he wants out of the sandbox. And the thing is, teams are gonna be slow to pick him up because he does this.
Mm-hmm.
But trust and believe, the Falcons know this. The Falcons is gonna be like, "Oh, you trying to pimp us? No, how about we gonna pimp you? We gonna make the team take all of this crap to go with you. You and your backwards leg."
And by the way, I don't think Flacco should be the backup behind the backup. Just saying.
Who said you dirty for that
Fran-
I mean,
Franchise, what you got on there?
All right, so I'm gonna say this. Do I want Kurt off my team? Yes, I do. Because I don't want none of that, publicity, none of that, circus shit on my fucking team. But I was telling Magnus this morning, and I was telling Mike this, that we have to be willing to accept that we might be, this might be, something that we have to deal with going to the season. That he might still be on this team because we don't know what other teams are thinking. We don't know if if they're thinking like, oh shit, well that contract we might not want to take that on because we might be going through the same shit if we take his contract on. He might pull the same shit that he did in Atlanta and in Minnesota, and it's a trickle down effect. So I want I want make no mistake about it. I want him gone, but it may not come. It may not happen. We might just have to bite that bullet and then get your ass off my team next year. Sit your ass
Right.
on that bench. Sit your ass on that bench for the whole fucking season, and you enjoy this fucking show.
Right.
Because
You,
I
you,
mean,
you
you did it. You did this. You could have been off.
mhm.
You could have been off our team
That's
months
facts.
ago.
That's facts.
But you the one that put the nail, put the coffin down, and you put the nail in the coffin.
Yep.
That was you. You
Yep.
the one to put the. Oh, I want to be traded after the draft.
Oh boy.
Okay, okay, fine. Go
I
sit your
mean,
ass on the bench then.
how much did
you
Flacco get?
It was 1 year, 4 million.
Right. And he's staying to get almost 10 times that.
I mean, he did. You the one chose to take your ass on NFL Network and say all that dumb ass shit.
Mhm.
It,
Yep,
there's no crime in shutting the fuck up until such a time.
Mhm. Yep. You could have stayed quiet and then what I'm saying got somewhere else and then you could have said that shit. You know what I'm saying?
See that tells you how he was raised. See, we was raised to get your money first, then talk your shit, not the other way around.
Yep. 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 I mean, because honestly, when you look at it, as far as the quarterback free agency, shit, pretty much everybody is signed up.
Yeah,
Really, pretty much everybody signed up. You know what I'm saying? With Flacco getting signed, you the only one out there in the dirt right now.
but you know what, Sam? What messed him up completely was the fact that he had the audacity to say, "Well, I don't want to be a backup quarterback. I'm a I'm a basically he won't be a number one. You not putting up number one numbers right now, and your leg ain't a number one leg.
But honestly, it wasn't his leg. It was his shoulder and
yeah.
elbow.
It was that
Well,
shoulder.
It was his shoulder and elbow.
so so
That
so
hit on that sack, and he didn't throw another ball right after that.
Yep. He ain't been the same since.
so you talking top tier money with a spare tire arm.
Hey.
I mean, come on now.
He got a cooked noodle for arm.
You
Now, if
trying
That's
to,
y'all want to
exactly
call
what it
somebody
was.
noodle arm, that there you go right there.
yeah.
He got a
This,
noodle arm.
this man got as much mobility in his arm as
You got
CP3.
you gotta be specific though, 'cause there's some good noodles. See ramen noodles.
Hey, Mucho, we ain't talking about ramen
Ramen.
noodles with the bougie seasoning.
No, that's too good.
We
We ain't
talking
talk
about
ramen. We ain't talk ramen.
yeah.
No.
See, shit, we talking
Look,
about that
look.
gas station
Uh,
Let
Not the
me break
restaurant.
this down. Let me break it down. We talking about some spaghetti noodles without seasoning.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hey, you ain't talking about Play-Doh, is you? Will you squeeze it
Oh
Yes,
through
my
a tube?
god.
yes, yes. Some
Mm.
damn Play-Doh. Yes.
We talking about ramen noodles with ketchup on it.
Oh
Ah,
Mm.
hell no. See,
wait. Wait now, Mucho. You got to be
see.
Calling
specific
it
when you say
spaghetti.
ketchup. No. I was gonna say ketchup bottle or ketchup packets.
No, you
The
need to be
package.
locked up for
No,
that
no.
shit.
The
No,
condiment.
We talking about
no.
that off brand mozzarella sauce.
Oh hell no.
Hey, Sam, that's the kind of sauce when you go in the store, you got to shake it up.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
They have the nerve to try to call it spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It's spud. It's something spud, but it ain't spaghetti.
We're not doing that.
See, see. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. That right there, Mr. Knight. That right there.
That right
That
there.
right there. That right there. You know what I'm
Hell,
saying?
bruh.
That right there.
I will
And,
take a 2021 Matt Ryan over this shit.
yeah. Week
Look,
week 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 11, 12, 13. That motherfucker couldn't throw a goddamn beach ball in the ocean.
man, listen. I take podcaster Matt Ryan right now, put him on the field, and he'll make something before Kirk Cousins will.
That's why
Boy.
I believe Kirk Cousins came in to be a mentor. He knew Kirk wasn't going to do it. If he actually seen Kirk being behind Michael Penix, I think he probably would have stayed out of it. Probably would have gave him a couple of phone calls and stuff. But if Kirk was actually that guy, like that leader that he lied about being, or that we thought,
And
yeah,
see,
I don't think Matt would be so involved like that.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to Kirk. What happened to Kirk? The same thing happened to Mariota. It just happened in a more nice, nastier way. Both of them had the mentality that when I come to the Falcons, I'm somehow, some way gonna make it. Miraculously, ended up being QB1, and then my career is gonna take a 360, and everybody gonna shout my name, and I'm gonna be on the back of Wheaties box until reality set in halfway through the season on both of them. So now they upset because they know they ain't getting their name on the Wheaties box. They ain't gonna reinvigorate their career, and they gonna be a number two. So guess what we
Well,
did? We we
we talking about a whole new another set of problems. We talking about quarterback one. I just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he you can actually explain Kurt. It's video documented evidence of what
Right,
changed Kurt's season.
right.
right.
Now quarterback one,
Uh,
he quit, took it back, went and left the stadium, got back to the facility, had it out with Arthur Smith, and went home.
Yep. Well, Arthur Smith
Okay.
didn't tell him to wear no thongs.
See, the no, see, the thing was, quarterback one. Okay, now you want to realistic. That's the epitome of pressure getting to you. He folded, and you know what I'm saying, off the fan blowing on him of the pressure. You know, you know what I'm saying, which had a domino effect, which led to, you know what I'm saying, Bernard with the good hair being in there to a little bit too early with not enough perm on the hair. You know, just you know what I'm saying, and it got worse from there. You know, because the plan was for Mariota be a bridge quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go to Ritter at this point. You know, and then he started seeing them when they was, you know, they done gave him a small playbook with a certain set amount of play to work on it. You know what I'm saying? With the practice squad and shit, and Mariota started goddamn sweating bullets
mm,
instead of
Now you
taking
gotta
care of
be
his baby.
specific when you say bridge.
You know what? Uh,
mm.
You know, yeah, London Bridge did fall.
They sure did.
You know, shoot. Hey, them 13 eyes that's tuning in to this stream, please hit that like button for me. Let me get 13 likes, man. Hit that like button for me, please. Please, you know, just let me know you're interested. Let me know you know what I'm saying, you're listening and liking, you know what I'm saying, what you're listening to. Please and thank you. If you need to, hit the subscribe button too. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they right there. They right there together.
Hey, and share the stream out.
Yes. Like, share, and subscribe. Yes. Yes.
Tap tap
Yeah.
tap in.
Man, it is this situation with Kirk is I think it because like I said last night, we're I got a feeling we even if it's in a supplementary draft, we're gonna draft a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I think it could be in the late rounds, you know, 4, 5, and 6, or 7, or in the supplementary draft. And with the scout that we got at GM and our scouting team, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, if they do decide to cut, you know what I'm saying? Or they, you know, Terry may find somebody he can get a fifth and a sixth, or a fourth and a sixth for him, or just a six or two sixes, you know, something to that effect. I think that's going to happen. Everybody's, you know, the thing is, who's it going to happen with? You know, will it be Pittsburgh? Uh, will it be Jacksonville? Indianapolis? Tennessee? Because those are the teams that are in dire need of a quarterback, you know, in quarterback situations. Young Knight, Young
What's
Knight,
up?
what's happening?
What's going on, crew? What's
What's
going on?
What's
happening?
happening? What's happening?
Man, just coming back from South
Good,
Beach,
my boy.
man. Coming back from Miami, y'all.
Oh, me
Oh,
too.
Oh shit! Hey, I'm heading to Tampa next week.
For real?
Hell yeah!
Well, you better be careful out there, boy, because I done seen some shit that I'm not gonna
Oh,
repeat.
I'm staying in the room. Nope.
I'm just tell you that.
Nope. They not finna get me. Nope. Mm-mm.
You finna stay in the room the whole time you down there?
Hey, I'm gonna go walk around the corner, give me something to eat, bring my ass right back
Man, I'm telling
you're gonna stay out the way.
out the
you. Yeah.
way.
So what y'all what y'all talking about, man? Y'all talking about Joe Flacco signing with the Browns?
Yeah, the impact on Kirk and him, saying signing with the Browns, because I mean, the optics was looking like that, that Kirk was gonna end up somewhere up in that way, and then bam, nah, we gonna take Joe Flacco, and then like I just said, all shit, pretty much everybody else is already signed up. Jacoby
Right.
Brissett got a job, James Winston got a job. This shit,
The
all of them.
only team ain't got a quarterback is Pittsburgh.
Well,
Who is
Pittsburgh,
Wentz with?
Huh?
who?
Pittsburgh.
I'm asking about Carson Wentz. Who he with? Kansas City. Hey,
No, he a
who
free
with
agent.
Kansas City?
No.
Yeah, well, okay. I mean, and he'll. I think he's gonna end up in Tennessee. But the wind may blow a little different. The shit may change. But the last I
I,
heard of his name, I had him. Had him connected to Tennessee.
Mm,
What
I
about
think it depends on what Tennessee does at the top of the draft.
right.
it'd be crazy. What about Rodgers?
He
Hey, don't
hasn't
hey don't
decided yet.
All things point to him going to Pittsburgh.
Right.
What everything that's coming out of his camp and out of Pittsburgh's camp is with Pittsburgh. Now Pittsburgh did say they did make it known we gonna wait, but we ain't gonna wait too long.
mm-mm.
So I think the door may be partially open right there. I mean, because
They'll
again,
get Rodgers before Kirk.
with Aaron Rodgers, his last 3 years in Green Bay and then last year in New York showed you he's a locker room cancer. And then let's not forget, man, he older than Methuselah. I'm just saying, they're just calling it realistically. He older than Methuselah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I honestly, I'm kind of spinning the block, going back to my original point on him. I honestly think I'm believing that shit. He's gonna be phased out the league, man. Especially after what happened in New York. I mean, look at the options now. Because Pittsburgh said, "Yeah, we'll wait on him, but we ain't gonna wait too long." And then here look, what I'm saying? The Pittsburgh name is attached to a couple of the quarterbacks. They've already made it known, what I'm saying, by their movement, because they don't went to Alabama twice and
Mm,
met with Miro. So I think that's a foregone conclusion that they're gonna draft him. So honestly, I think the league is gonna phase him out. And he gonna mess around and sit out there, and he gonna be like, okay, well, ain't nobody fucking with me. I'm retired. Yeah, yeah, man, you did it to yourself. Shit, them last 3 years in Green Bay, and then that shit that happened in New York last year. And you
Mm.
got that man fired, and the offense didn't get no better, and then the defense went downhill as well. You had the locker room split. Yeah, don't nobody want that in their locker room. Don't
Now,
nobody want that in their
hey,
organization.
now imagine Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith. Imagine that.
Uh, uh, and you ain't you can and they sign him. You ain't got the cachet to get Mike Tomlin fired.
nah, bro.
Oh, you know my Tom don't be the scapegoat. I know that, right?
Okay. And then the way things are going with Arthur Smith up there, I don't think you ain't got the cachet to get Arthur ran off him up there either.
And I'll be honest with you, y'all. I don't see him getting a coaching gig no time soon.
Who?
Arthur Smith.
He'll get another chance.
It's gonna be a
He'll get
team.
another chance. He'll
It's
get
gonna be.
another chance.
It's gonna be a team. Y'all do not expect he don't end up going to him. You watch what I tell you.
He'll get another chance. You know what I'm saying? And then this second chance will be a complete chance.
Yeah.
You don't think that'll depend on what he does this year?
You might be right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, he's getting to have some say so on the quarterback that he wants.
Right.
That's why he's been to Alabama both times with the Steeler contingent to go to sit down with Miro.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
See,
Boy, the Miller hype train is getting on up there, ain't
I mean, well, like I said, the Pittsburgh contingent done went down there twice.
it?
I, you
Yeah.
know, and everybody else is like, okay, do they know something that we don't?
They also looking
They
at
they sniffing something. That's what it is.
Keto that we talked about.
It'd just be crazy if Rodgers get picked up before Kirk. That'd just
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
he should be butt hurt.
That wouldn't be
To
surprised.
be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if nothing happens with neither one of them. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And it boils down to, we cut him and nobody picks him up, and the both of them gets phased out. You know what I'm saying, by the league on the whole. Because at this point, both of them are looking like locker room cancers, character flaws, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bad
he's not like
news,
Julio.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That right there, you know. So shit, that's the way that's looking. You know what I'm saying to me. You know, yeah. I'm gonna spin the block on the topic to give you two guys. You know what I'm saying, a chance to get your take on the first topic with Prime dropping the hammer, the TKO on Asante Samuel. Um, with the analogy of people trying to compare themselves to me, but it's like trying to like comparing moments to a monument.
Mm.
You know, so you want to speak on it, Jaden?
Whew. Damn. Damn. I thought that debate was over with.
I mean, well, we're still going, but
No. No. No.
the,
No. No.
vid, the the
I
video clip popped up, and they
yeah.
showed Prime making that statement. I was like,
You know.
knockout.
You know what that statement tells me? That tells me that Asante Samuel ain't got nothing to talk about.
None.
He got no business.
So
None.
I can
None.
tell when he made that video, he was drunk as a something, boy. He was on something. Like, do you ever
He
hear
been
any?
on some
Let me ask
scissors.
y'all this question: Do y'all see Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice going at it about who the greatest receiver of all time is? I'm just saying.
No.
If they are having that conversation, they are having that conversation in a different gold jacket room.
Right.
And we ain't
You
seeing
know,
it.
cause everybody can't go in the room with Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice
No.
and Lynn Swan.
Nope. That show tank. Hey, don't forget.
A lot of folks can't walk in that room.
Nope. Don't forget Randy Moss too.
Randy
Now.
Moss, as much as he believe he can now, he can't go in that room.
You don't think your boy can get going there either?
Who?
To
No,
yeah, knowing him, boy,
You don't think Julio could?
no.
nah, Julio is great, but he ain't Jerry.
Listen. The three, four guys that I just named, all of them got three, four rings each. Nah,
Hell no, not even close.
mm-mm, no.
Not even
You, you,
Metatron.
you, if you're a Hall of Fame receiver, even if you got
Right.
one or zero, you can't walk. You can't walk in that room with Mike and Jerry and Lynn
What?
Swan and
You
James
know what?
Lawson. No.
It's not even the rings. It's the touchdowns that will hold him
Yeah,
out of those rooms.
the big game
You don't
moments,
think
the
Dion can walk in that
touchdowns.
room?
You said
The
who?
the
I said
who?
Dion.
You said
I said
Dion.
Dion.
Uh, now the Dion walk in a different room. Dion walk in a room with Jim Brown.
Right.
Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White,
Mm-hmm.
Mean Joe Green. That room, Gail
So
says that room a
so
little
strictly
different.
on the defense. It's strictly
No,
defense.
we talking about greatest football player of all time room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. See, there are one or two rooms that Dion can walk in. That the only that maybe a handful of folks can walk in now. Okay, you know what I'm saying, on that type level. You know what I'm saying. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, all time game changers room. You know what I'm saying. Jim, Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Charles Haley, Jerry. That room get a little different.
Mhm.
That room get a little different. And had Bo not broke his hip, Bo would probably be able to walk in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Bo was changing the game. Bo was changing the game and running back up until he broke his hip. You know, uh, you know what I'm saying. It's yeah, that right there. When Prime looked in the camera and said, "Man, you can't compare moments to a monument." Shot closed. Shot closed. Conversation over.
Shots fired.
Right. Yeah. Like that down. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you just Mucho. What's your thought and take on it? Because you didn't get a chance to speak on it.
Um, Geez, well, the way I've been looking at it was on paper. Um, I was looking at how the cornerback position on paper it looked quite close, but judging from what you seen on film, the people like you said who Dion actually went up against, faced against, and not being thrown. People trying to stay away from him, but still getting those type of numbers. So just listening to everybody, I got a broader perspective, and it makes sense. But my all time cornerback to me is Rod Woodson. So
Man.
I mean, you can you can love and idolize who you love and idolize. I mean, you know what I'm saying. That's can't take that away. You know what
Right.
I'm saying. Rod Wilson
yeah,
was a great
I can
defensive
lie.
back in his own right.
Right.
You know, um, I think that when he tore up his knee in Pittsburgh, that slowed his career down. But he was able to switch to safety and played about six more years. You
Yeah.
know,
Hey, so let me
I,
ask y'all this question, man. I don't. Do y'all think that Asante Samuel don't finally grow up and say, you know what, man, I was wrong because he's been doing this for the last, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because it's like that doesn't mind you of a kid that just can't get over something.
The mere fact that that man said I'd take my 5 best seasons and put it up against Deion Sanders' whole career lets you know where his mindset
Mine was on drinking that liquor he was drinking.
Yeah, he's
at.
sipping on that scissor.
I
That's
want
what he was drinking.
I want to say no. I
You know
want
what I'm
to
saying?
say no, and I feel like part of it is this kind of it kind of look mimicky because if you
Yeah.
see his body language when he's talking, it's kind of reminding me of Charleston White a little bit, like with the bouncing and
Yeah.
the and
He a Florida
but
nigga.
Yeah.
That
And
says
people
it all
don't
right there.
Charleston,
He
I
a
don't,
Florida nigga.
yeah, Charleston White.
Again, the boy he had a good career. He played the game well.
Yeah.
You just was not prime, bro.
Right.
See, the thing is, like you was saying, Charleston White playing the damn character, bro.
mhm.
That ain't really him, bro. He do all this shit for the community, but on the internet, he just like Asante Samuel. He doing it for that, bro.
Charleston White was like that as a lawyer too. So
Oh, he
yeah, 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 yeah. See,
I got
here's along with what Prime said. Here's what
yeah.
kills anything that Asante says,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. No quarterback was afraid of you, dude.
Hey, how many times that I mean the tape don't lie, do it?
You
If they
know,
threw to Dion's
Nope.
side as much as they did him, Dion would have way more.
look, if Prime got thrown at as many times that Asante got thrown at, Prime would probably have 100 interceptions.
Exactly. Yep. I mean, where's the lie in that? There ain't no lie in that
Okay,
at all.
you okay? Again, Prime was going against Hall of Fame receivers that had Hall of Fame quarterbacks throwing to them.
Right.
All right, and then
Mm-hmm.
that was few and far between. All right, you know what I'm saying? Again, the great Dan Marino said his career lasted 5 years longer than it should have because he knew not to throw at that guy.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this question. So I know how we do this thing with debates. So what quarterbacks have you ever seen Joe Montana or Dan Marino arguing who the greatest quarterback of all time is? Have y'all seen that?
Nope.
Uh, well,
It,
in this case, the only person that's doing the arguing is Asante Samuel. He's the only one doing the arguing. Now, if he
yeah.
was trying to have this conversation with Champ
Yeah.
or Charles Woodson, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, almost, maybe Revis. May almost. I say almost. I'm not even gonna say yeah because that 2009 season just eclipses anything that Asante did.
And what team was he on that year?
The Jets.
Damn. He must have been dogged it that year then, huh?
That 2009 season.
Yeah. Oh.
Check the stats and the receivers that he went to and clamped down and shut down that year.
Okay. I'm definitely looking at that.
Arguably the greatest, you could say the greatest season a quarterback has ever had. That year right there was had by Darrell Reeves in Reeves Island.
Right.
Because every receiver, which included T.O., uh, Megatron, Ocho, every number one receiver he faced that year. Look at the numbers.
One thing about
and
Metatron, boy. Met-
even having that season on his resume still doesn't put him in prime stratosphere. That's
I,
just as great as Darrell Reeves was. Because I myself say that Reeves. is the closest conversation that should be had when you're talking about comparing years or you know what I'm saying, careers as it were, and he's a distant second. It's still
I don't.
Prime
Yeah,
and everybody else.
I don't even know why Jarrell Reed was not even in that conversation. Or what? Hey, what year did Reeves get drafted?
Uh, I want to say, was it 9? I mean, was it?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was born in 2000, so that's. Yeah. And the thing is, the 2000 era, from 2000 to 2011 and 12, that was my era of football. Back when guys
Oh
actually,
my goodness.
back when guys who actually cared, bro, they actually wanted to win. These guys nowadays, they want to see mofos run around all day. That ain't football, man.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. So hey.
Watch the other football.
Man, but the funny part is this shit somebody said. So this fool, some idiot don't have the nerve to call Pat Mahomes an arcade quarterback.
A what?
An arcade quarterback.
Arcade.
You know them little passes he's going behind his leg and all that. They don't like that.
Well,
But
You
when your
know,
boy, but when your boy in Baltimore
I don't
do it,
think that's no disrespect.
it,
it's
it
not.
really ain't because Patrick Mahomes is. Well, y'all done heard me say it before. He is good at that goddamn backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so
Football ass, playground ass bullshit.
who said Lamar Jackson was a standard?
Man,
I,
no,
No,
you know
we ain't
what?
doing it.
We're not
No,
even
we're
getting
not.
We
No,
ain't doing it.
no,
we
no.
not
We,
finna
we,
get
So
into
full
that.
saying
okay,
ring around the rosy today.
Yeah,
to
mm-mm.
answer the question about Revis, he was drafted in 2007.
2007.
Okay. Mm,
Yeah, we
yeah.
ain't. No, no,
But
we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
my question
Mm-mm.
to y'all is it's like, why is Darrell Reeves not getting? Why is he not in that conversation?
He don't have to be.
Okay,
He don't have
because
to be. You just had one guy that had a stupid ass moment, out of body experience, and said something stupid and doubled down on it. You don't hear. You know what I'm saying? Not even Richard Sherman
Ooh.
puts himself in the conversation with Prime and Reeves.
Okay, so the Falcons, they have re-signed Kevin King.
Kevin King.
That's the
Okay.
DB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
cornerback.
Yeah.
he a
Hey
safety ain't.
y'all,
Oh, Connor.
waiting. I'm waiting on
Corner.
the crash out crew. 3, 2, 1. I'm waiting.
Damn. That. Okay. And then with Hitman coming back. Yeah.
Mhm.
That. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know
The
y'all.
one. The. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Don't
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't rule out Justin Simmons too now. Don't rule that out.
I don't think. I don't.
Because I watched his interview, give Michael Penix some praise, and he was talking about the defensive scheme last year that so called it was all Jimmy Lake's fault, but we ain't finna get into that. We not we
See, we're not finna go.
not finna
No,
get into that
no,
today.
no, no.
Look.
I don't know.
But
I don't know about
I
I
that.
wouldn't
don't want to talk about Uncle Jesse right now. I don't want to
We
talk
was
about.
doing good today. We was
yeah,
doing good.
yeah. But
Yeah.
what y'all do y'all think y'all think Judon and Simmons should come back or no?
I'm good on Judon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even finna get into that shit, boy. Whew. They give me bad stomach ache. Listen, thinking about that.
Well, we're going to get into closing thoughts. Wrap this thing on up for the Falcon Friday afternoon madness. Uh, Everybody give their thoughts on anything you want to get off the chest, or double down on, or you know what I'm saying. Just give your last thought on. Yeah, work that out. Whoever want to go first.
Put your foot back.
What y'all think about this draft coming? I'm ready for
Well,
this.
I I said give your closing thought. Don't ask another question. Don't you ask no more questions.
Hey man,
Don't you
I
ask no more questions. Don't you?
oh man,
Trying to be slick and shit.
Right, right.
oh
We'll be sitting here another 2 hours. No, ask no more questions. Don't ask no more questions.
Woo.
No, say, I know you got a. I know you got a king size encyclopedia question. You
Man,
got
listen.
a week next week coming up.
Oh yeah,
That next week coming up.
I will be, I will be tuning in for that. You can bet your ass on that.
Yeah. Mucho, give us your closing thoughts before this boy asks another question.
Well, it looks like we're not going DB with the first pick. Um, but I appreciate y'all for having me on. Appreciate everybody for watching, tuning in. Um, hit that like button on your way out. And yeah, man, I don't really have too much. I mean, hopefully we could. I'm keeping my ears open for Kirk to get traded.
Man, yeah.
So and get ready for this draft in a few more days.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, Dreddy, is that real or is that just something you predicting? Is that
What he
real?
pull it up.
What do you
Let me
say?
see.
I know. Hold on. Roger Stein one day would dream, but get the hell out of here.
Man, go on somewhere, bro.
No, the hell he didn't.
I'm just
It's
saying.
true.
I mean
Because
that
No,
that
it's
that
not
that,
true,
that could
Sam.
no.
No, it's not
that,
true.
I mean, you know what I'm
Because
saying? That could be
Sam, that shit would have been
a
all
one
over.
day deal and he
No,
retired. You know.
no,
He
Yeah.
that
retired
ain't true.
because he running the league right
That shit would have been blowing up on Sports Center, ESPN, all that.
and they don't
It
make a
ain't
whole
no.
of
Come
it. I
on.
promise you.
Yeah, yeah, sure was.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. He ain't finna ruin Jordan Love career up there. Hell no. No. Hell no.
Oh yeah, that's a fact too.
You ain't
I
ruin
don't know. I
you're not
don't
finna have
know. He might still be in his feelings about a couple years ago.
man. Mm, that's remind me of another number 12, but we ain't finna get into that.
Oh shit. See, no.
I'm not even finna do it today.
So, franchise, give your closing thought. Put it, boy. Ask another question.
Hey man, look, it's Friday, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all
What
get
is it?
ready. Hey, we got home stretch, baby. Home stretch. We right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. All we gotta do is get to the draft.
Yeah.
We right there. Y'all stay
Mm,
tuned. Y'all stay tuned for Coach's show tomorrow. Um and the regulators on Sunday.
He ain't coming on today.
I'm not sure.
If I'm not mistaken. I feel like he said he was coming on today.
He might be
Who? Who?
coach.
Coach.
He might be coming on today.
I think he mentioned it on Blackberry and stuff.
Mm.
But we'll see. Just keep your notifications ready in case.
There it
So y'all
is.
need
Yeah.
to hit the notification button so y'all know when we do hop on. It may be unexpected.
Well,
Yeah, let's see.
yeah. Once again, programming note. Next week will be the last time at 10:30. I'm gonna bring it out after I get with the production team and figure out what the time slot gonna be. It's gonna be Wednesday afternoons, somewhere between 3 and 4 or 5, somewhere in that gap. Um, uh, but yeah, we bringing it on, bringing it out. Draft week coming up. Y'all know the big event. Y'all know how we do it with the draft. So yeah, a lot of people are already asking about that, looking for it, waiting for it. But yeah, that's it. This is it. That's all. Yeah. Um, for the Under Alliance, Mr. White Network, for the franchise, the Young Knight, Big Mucho. Y'all better stay safe, be safe, keep it A, keep it dirty, most notably keep it real with yourself. Let your next choice be your best choice, man. And we out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.